Named for the Roman god of agriculture and wealth, who was also the father of Jupiter, Saturn is the farthest planet from Earth discovered by the naked eye and has therefore been known since ancient times. Like Jupiter, Saturn is a gas giant made mostly of helium and hydrogen. 9 times wider than Earth, Saturn has a radius of about 120,500 kilometers or 74,897 miles and is situated 9.5 astronomical units away from the Sun, where it takes 80 minutes for sunlight to reach. Saturn has the second shortest day in the solar system, coming close behind Jupiter, at 10.7 hours being the time taken for Saturn to turn on its axis. 1 Saturnian year, or the time taken for one orbit around the Sun, is equal to 29.4 Earth years, 10,756 Earth days. Saturn has even more moons than Jupiter, with 146 currently being officially recognized in its orbit. In addition to its many moons, Saturn has the most spectacular ring system in the solar system, thought to be pieces of comets, asteroids, or shattered moons that broke up before they reached the planet, probably torn apart by the planet's powerful gravitational force. These rings are made up of billions of small chunks of ice and rock, coated with other materials such as dust, and range in size from tiny dust-sized icy grains to pieces as big as a house. A few particles are even as big as mountains. Each ring orbits the planet at a different speed and would look mostly white if you looked at them from the cloud tops of Saturn. This ring system extends up to 282,000 kilometers, or 175,000 miles. Yet the vertical height of them is typically about 10 meters in the main rings. They are named alphabetically in the order they were discovered, so starting from Saturn and moving outwards, they are D ring, C ring, Cassini division, which is a gap measuring 4,700 kilometers or 2,920 miles, A ring, F ring, G ring, and finally E ring. There is also a faint ring much further out called the Phoebe ring in the orbit of Saturn's moon Phoebe. Saturn, as a gas giant and like Jupiter, doesn't have a true surface. Although difficult to imagine, Saturn is the only planet in our solar system with an average density that is less than water, which means it would float in a bathtub, if there was one big enough to put it in. Saturn is blanketed in clouds that appear as thin stripes, jet streams and storms, with winds in the upper atmosphere reaching 500 meters, 1,600 feet, per second in the equatorial region. To put this in perspective, the strongest hurricane force winds on Earth top out at 110 meters or 360 feet per second. Saturn's North Pole has a 6-sided jet stream spanning about 30,000 kilometers or 20,000 miles across. This hexagon is a wavy jet stream of 322 kilometers or 200 miles per hour with a rotating storm at the center. This is a unique weather feature, with no other like it in the solar system.